Draw an example of a pop art automatopoeia using a speech bubble. Be sure to include a bold, large automatopoeia word. Lastly, include a background. Dots or stripes are often a good pop art background. You can get rid of the directions by clicking this blue arrow, and it will give you a little bit more space to draw. This is the document that you can draw in nearpod. It's a little bit more user-friendly than Google Drawing. If you don't have any supplies like paper, pencil, crayons, colored pencils, you can use this digital file to draw and submit your assignment. If you do have supplies, I prefer you do it that way instead. I'm going to quickly show you some of the tools you can use to draw to make your pop art onomatopoeia. So in this bottom panel, you'll see there's a pencil tool, there's a highlighter tool, a text box tool, a picture tool, and eraser tool. So we're going to start with the pencil tool. I think I'm going to choose black to make my speech bubble. So the first thing you want to do is choose the thickness of your line. You can make it thin or you can make it really thick. It's up to you. I'm going to go about right here. Then you're going to choose the type of speech bubble that you want to put in. You could do a bumpy speech bubble or a zigzag speech bubble. It's up to you. I think I'm going to do zigzags. So first I'm designing the speech bubble. Then I'm going to think of an onomatopoeia word that I want to put in the center of my speech bubble. I think I'm going to choose pop. You can either draw it in bubble letters by using the pencil tool. And again, to do that, I am left clicking and moving my mouse and it draws. So I can draw it out in bubble letters, or if you want to, you could erase that with the eraser tool. If you make a mistake, if I don't like this, oh, that's a thin eraser. Let me go ahead and slide that up and make it thick so it takes less time to erase. You could always use the text feature, so these T's down here, and you can choose a color that you want to make your pop art. I would make it big, and then choose your word, and you can enter your word with the text, or you could draw it. It's up to you. And then this arrow, this plus sign looking button, lets you move it. So if you click on it and you drag it with your mouse, you can move it to where you want in the page. Then you can go ahead and add any details. If you wanted to color inside this speech bubble, you could, or add details to the background. I think I'm going to add details to the background. I like using the highlighter tool to color because if I accidentally run into one of my black lines, it does not erase it. You can still kind of see through it. If you use the pencil tool to color and you color over top of your black lines, you will not see them anymore. So go ahead and design your background. I am not going to finish mine due to time and this recording. It only lets me record so long, but you've kind of seen how to use the toolbar at the bottom now. There is one more button. So there are the undo button if you want to go backwards, or redo button if you want to go forward. So those what the arrows are at the bottom in the toolbar. Then there's also this X with a rectangle. That's if you want to completely start over and you don't want to erase everything. Then you would click that button. Don't click that button unless you really want to start over. And then when you're finished, go ahead and click submit.